Hello and welcome, this is your boy Shady, and today we're gonna do something really special. Arena Breakout new player experience. So if you are just about to download Arena Breakout, or if you just recently started playing, then this video is absolutely for you. For those who have been here with me and watch my videos, I think it's gonna be still interesting for you to watch. So keep watching. So what happened is that I spinned up a brand new account from zero, nothing, free to play, everything. It's called I Fall For You. And actually there's a full squad. I Fall For Her, for No One, for Live. If you hop to my Discord, then you can be part of that squad. But anyways, I wanted to check how it feels to start the game in 2025, knowing that Delta Force has been released and other stuff is happening. So I wanted to experience the first steps of Arena Breakout. And guys, up front, I'm gonna tell you that I'm shocked. It's not what I wanted to see. In total, on this account, I played 22 raids, okay? 22 raids. This is important information. 22 raids and battle stats. I think I have an extraction rate of 40%, which means that I died more often than I extracted, and I did that with more than 5,000 raids in my pocket. Okay, so this is all important, because as a new player, maybe the extraction rate is gonna be like 10% or 15%, right? It really depends on what you play. But anyways, let's start with the first topic. Once you enter the game, I think the first tutorial, the farm, which I actually recorded but then deleted. So anyways, I don't have the recording anymore. But the very first intro scene, I like that, where you are basically guided into the motel. I think it makes the players want to play the game. Once you are in the lobby, I think everything is pretty straightforward. I mean, it instantly tells you that this is not a simple game, okay? Like if you download PUBG or even Delta Force, you're gonna see tons of stuff on the screen, okay? So that's that. If somebody wants a simple game, then play Super Mario or whatever. So after downloading the game, you definitely need like 30 minutes to look around to understand like the character screen and contacts and these like basic things to kind of have a high level overview of what you can find here and the features. Then you're gonna need an additional 30 minutes to go through the settings and start understanding your options. And then you obviously need to spend another 30 minutes setting your HUD, but then you are prepared to go into the first raid. In terms of onboardings and tutorials, we have this knowledge hub or tutorial thing, like a Wikipedia type of thing, which I just skip because I pretty much know everything. But I think for a new player, this is absolutely overwhelming. It's hard to understand because you see the outlines, you see everything, but at the same time you have absolutely no clue what this actually is. So I would rather appreciate having, let's say, 3 videos like which really talks to the new user. Hey Timmy, what's up? You just arrived into Camona. Please expect the worst, and then highlight the most important things, because this tutorial, as I said, even if I want to find something, it's really hard to really understand what they are trying to say. I precisely remember when I started playing the game, I had no clue about like painkillers and search kits and these type of things. Like I couldn't differentiate them, okay? And a short video, someone telling me into my face that once you are being hit, you can start bleeding, then you need bandages. You can also have broken legs for that, or broken limbs. For that you need search kits. But you can still run if you are having painkillers. There are different type of painkillers with different durations, but you can still run and you're not gonna crumble even if your limbs are broken. And then there's the med kit, which regenerates your health, and the regen injection. Like even this short summary was like, you know, long, and just imagine how much information a new player has to digest. And the same applies to like loadouts, weapons, ammunition types. By the way, regarding ammunition and loadout, I feel like that the game is pushing new players towards T3 loadouts, T3 armor, T3 ammunition, and more basic stuff like 1x scope and these type of things. And it's not realistic. Like on farm, we usually don't play with 1x scopes. We usually don't play in T3. T3 you can pick up in normal mode, but it's absolutely like not necessary. I mean, it's useless, because if you play normal, then I would rather play without armor. So armor starts at T4, and I think the game is not really like highlighting this to new players. Even if you spend an hour going through the FAQ or tutorial, I think you're going to enter the first raid and you're going to have absolutely fucking zero clue what to do, because you don't have any item knowledge, no knowledge regarding the map. You don't know anything about loadouts. So the tutorial, I would definitely rework that. Let's talk about the progression. So as I said, I have 22 raids on this account. And now listen guys, this is really freaking important. With 22 raids, I am able to access any of the modes. I can anytime play Forbidden Zone, TV station, hardest map in the game, with a total of 22 raids, which is absolutely shocking and terrifying, guys. And you know why? Because the matchmaking is fucked up. It's fucked up in a way where it doesn't matter that my rank is like elite or something. I was facing the same guys, the same skill level I'm facing on my primary main account. So if I would jump now into Farm Forbidden Zone, then even with 22 raids, I'm gonna face, you know, the Chads. I'm gonna face the thermal players. And same for Lockdown. So I've been playing 1 or 2 Lockdown games yesterday, TV station, and also Farm, and like it's pretty much the same what I have on my main account. Actually, not Lockdown, I was playing Snowy Farm. But look at that. Look at this specific game. I had 4 kills. I killed 4 ace people and then died to the 5th one. But these are not like Timmies, you know? Like, how on earth would a new player, a beginner, like beat all of these guys? It must be very, very frustrating. So what I'm saying here is that with a level 19 character and 22 raids on this account, I shouldn't be even close to Forbidden Zone, okay? And the progression in general should be way slower, guys, which brings me to the missions. So missions, obviously, I don't remember the missions I've been doing in the past. I don't really see, you know, what the actual benefit is on the long run. Like, you know, what I get if I complete all of the missions. I see that I get, you know, rewards if I complete an individual mission. But I think it would be better to explain to players that you have to go through the missions to unlock certain things. Because I, for example, don't remember how to get the bigger keychain. I just have the simple one. And also, I think the storage is something Evita has been giving us in the past. Missions should be mandatory. Like if you don't complete the first 30 like tutorial missions, then you are not allowed to play Forbidden Zone, or the game is going to be restricted for you, because otherwise people are just simply not going to know that you can unlock something. Because how would you know something that nobody tells you about? On top of seeing that I can buy stuff, there is kind of no indication whether it's worth buying stuff from these guys. I usually don't buy, except Deke, and the rest of the guys, I don't buy anything. It's not clear that you have these faction guys and what needs to be done in order to do business with them. I mean, you're gonna see that anyways. If you do stuff, then automatically you're gonna progress and unlock stuff. But as a new player, I would be absolutely lost on, what to do or how to start, or which game mode to play. Which brings me to the game modes. For a new player, this is absolutely freaking overwhelming. It's like entering the whole universe with a tiny spaceship and you're flying around and you have no clue into which direction you should fly. So one of the first things I would do if I would be responsible for game design is that I would separate them. I would have one big tile saying operations. Second would be team deathmatch, and the third one would be special events. And in the special events section, like, why do we have 6 running at the same time? Like, even I who plays the game regularly, like, there is no freaking chance that you have time for all of this. Let me show you this. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna find it, but go to loot. Where is it? There you go. Just until yesterday, I wasn't aware that you can get 3 forbidden kits every day. The reason I didn't know is because there is just simply too much happening in the game. And even look at the titles. The titles are so long that they don't even fit into these ties. People are just going to scroll over it, and the only goal they have is to get rid of the red dots because it's annoying to have them. You're just going to quickly go through it. And we didn't even talk about the items and the guns and the loadouts. So my recommendation would be that for the items, I would create a demo session, part of the tutorial where the game teaches you the basics of looting and the basics of Tetrising, okay? Because many don't know that. For the gunsmiths, I would limit the number of guns to, let's say, 10 per category, 10 SMGs, 10 ARs. Like, even scrolling through them, like, look at that. Like, I'm scrolling for seconds. I mean, we don't have too many snipers, but the ARs, it's absolutely too much. Like, as a new player, how could I decide which gun to pick? The one that has the best color, or how should I pick that? Maybe a good idea would be to have like 10, 15 ARs per season, and then don't remove them from the game, just exclude them. So this season, you are not allowed to play, I don't know, M4 or Default or whatever. It would bring a bit of variety into the game anyways. While I was preparing for the video, I made a list of random feedback, and I want to share that with you guys. I'm going to read it out loud because there are a bunch of items. So generally hard to see friends and who is doing what. So I, as an experienced player, know that I need to choose a map, and then once I choose the map, and then I can see on the invite here on the right who is doing what, which is absolutely not user-friendly. On the lobby screen or one screen deeper, somehow fix it or do it that I see the list of friends and their activities. Clan system is absolute useless and should be reworked. So yeah, the only thing I know about clans is that sometimes I'm being invited, sometimes I have my own clan into which I invite people, but what's the benefit of it? I have no clue. Training ground should be extended. It's very basic. This has been requested by multiple creators. I remember iStream requesting it. I think he requested it in season 2 or 3. We are now in season 8, and we still have the same basic training ground. Compared to Ace Force, for example, which has never been released, and we have no clue what happened with Ace Force 2. In that game, we had a really nice and detailed training ground. We need that in Arena Breakout as well. Matchmaking is clearly broken in its current state for new players. Look at my battle record. I had one successful extract on Snowy Farm. Then I played a couple of Snowy Farms in which I did some kills, but then I ran into a Legend or Ace or a super sneaky Rat or something. Regular lockdown game on TV station. I had 2 kills. This is just a Timmy. and then, well, an SVDS guy. And then they had additional teammates and somebody else was also joining the fight. You know, I think it's just not right as a player with 22 raids in total and elite rank to face ace players. And no real objective in the game. Legend is too easy to reach. Like, definitely not for new players, but for me, I think it's easy to reach. I would expect it to be harder. And then even if you reach legend, you start collecting stars, which in my opinion doesn't make sense. Why don't we have like then a hardcore or something else beyond legend? And set it back to like it was in season 1, because season 1 was the only season where I didn't reach legend, and I didn't reach it for a reason, because I'm not amongst the top 0.1% of players, or not even within the 1% of top players. Next one, no clear separation of game modes plus too many maps. Yeah, I actually didn't even mention that on top of the variety of game modes, you have also tons of maps to choose from. Even if we have like 50,000 of people actively playing the game, even then the most of the players are never going to meet, because one group is only playing TV station, the other one is only playing TDM, the third one is only playing secure ops and normal farm, which is fine in general. But if we have too many and zero overlap, then I think it indicates that there is just a bit too much. Maximum loadout caps should be introduced for normal modes. Yes, I've been sharing that in the past, and I think it's not ideal that you can bring in thermals, T6 and everything into normal mode. It should be restricted. It should be like maximum of 200,000 or 250,000. Nah, that's too much. 200,000, because if you don't have that, that's again going to ruin the game experience of new players. They're gonna play normal modes and they don't really want to meet like T6 people. Same applies to lockdown, by the way, because by now there is no clear separation of lockdown and forbidden zone. Sometimes we play forbidden zone TV station because it feels to be easier than the lockdown version of it. And I'm not talking about the bots here, I'm talking about the players who are actually playing the map. As a new player with absolutely zero FPS experience, I would spend like 3 hours in the game and then, just uninstall the game, because it's just too much. The learning curve is too big. It's overwhelming. I would feel like it's something I missed and I should have joined in the early days. But joining at this point with no experience is like close to impossible. For players who have some experience with Call of Duty, PUBG, Free Fire and other games, I think it's still a bit too much for them, especially because we need to compare the game now against Delta Force. And Delta Force, as we know, is a bit more casual, a bit more rewarding. And I'm pretty sure that if there is somebody who didn't play Arena Breakout or Delta Force, and he's trying or she's trying both of them, then my guess would be that they start playing Delta Force. For casual players who have been already with me and in the community for some time, as we proceed in time, I think Season 8 is the season where, as I said multiple times, things just became a bit too much. Maybe I should do a live stream to check how long it takes if I play every single game mode and map combination. And even for me, I hop onto the game and then I ask myself, what should I do? Should I start with a team deathmatch or solo ops maybe? Because solo ops is great. But then I see that we also have the gold loot drop and the newly introduced snowy farm. I want to play all of them, but I have like 2 hours to play. So I don't give a shit. I'm just going to play TV station lockdown back to my home. And last but not least, for established players, for people who have been playing the game for a long time, something has to be introduced, because these events are not fun enough. Like adding snow is great, adding darkness, rain, and these type of things, but it's always just addressing a niche. These type of maps are introduced for thermal players mainly. It's just a myth to say that you are hunting thermal players. If you're a timid, you're not gonna hunt thermals, you're not gonna beat them. never, okay? Because you're gonna be alone, like camping somewhere, and usually thermal players are running in teams, so your chances are really low. But there should be like new type of challenging things for everyone, okay, regardless of skill level. I still don't understand why we don't have, for example, armory bunker, or we have these special ops usually near the end of the seasons where the maps are smaller. Why don't we have them by default? People would love that, because not everyone has like 6 up to 8 hours to play every day. So I hope it didn't go through as like a ranting session, because that wasn't the purpose of the video. I just wanted to share my honest and transparent feedback on how the new player experience is currently in Arena Breakout. Catch you next time. Have a nice day. Shoot, loot, subscribe. Ciao. Bye.